The Galactic Council chamber fell silent as Admiral Zextel's hologram flickered before them. His normally pristine blue scales were covered in dark scorch marks, and one of his 4 eyes was swollen shut. "The Ravagers have broken through our last defensive line," he reported, his voice trembling. "We've lost 30% of our fleet, and their bioorganic ships are adapting to our weapons faster than we can develop countermeasures. The Unified Species Alliance," he paused, mandibles clicking in distress. "We are losing this war." Elder Key 3, the ancient leader of the council, closed all 6 of her eyes in resignation. For 10,000 cycles, the Alliance had maintained peace among the stars. Now, in just 3 cycles, these Ravagers, mindless biological weapons created by a long-dead civilization, threatened to destroy everything. "There must be something we haven't tried," Councillor Mari insisted, her crystalline form pulsing with anxiety. "Some species we haven't consulted?" The room fell silent again, until a small voice spoke up from the far end of the chamber. "There is one species," said Dr. Yiv, the Alliance's chief xenologist. All eyes turned to the diminutive scientist. They're newcomers, discovered just 2 cycles ago. Most dismissed them as too primitive, too aggressive, too unpredictable. "Who?" demanded Elder Kethra. "The humans." The chamber erupted in protests. Those violent primates, the ones who still fight among themselves, they'd barely have faster-than-light travel. Elder K3 raised a hand for silence. "Dr. Give, explain your reasoning." The scientist activated a holographic display. "While humans may seem primitive by our standards, they possess unique characteristics that might prove valuable against the Ravagers. Unlike our civilizations, which evolved through planned, logical progression, humans developed through constant adaptation to challenges." Images flashed showing human history, their survival through ice ages, their spread across different environments, their rapid technological advancement. But most importantly, Dr. Give continued, humans are the only known species that actively seeks out and thrives on solving seemingly impossible problems. Where we see unbeatable odds, they see a challenge. Admiral Zextel's hologram spoke up. "We lose nothing by trying. My fleet won't last another cycle anyway." Elder Key 3 nodded slowly. "Make contact." 3 Earth days later, a joint human alliance fleet approached the Ravager swarm. In the command center of the HSS Humanity's Hope, Captain Sarah Chen watched the enemy ships with intense focus. Behind her stood Admiral Zextel and Dr. Yiv, both still uncertain about the humans' hastily proposed plan. "Your ships are in position, Captain," reported Lieutenant Rodriguez. "But I still can't believe we're actually doing this." "Neither can they," Chen smiled, nodding toward their alien allies. "Status of the modified probes? All 20,000 are ready, Captain. Engineering reports the adaptations are holding stable, though they're still calling it technically insane." Chen grinned. "Good thing that's our specialty." She opened a channel to the fleet. "All ships, commence Operation Trojan Horse." The human ships launched their modified probes, each one containing a mixture of Earth bacteria that had been rapidly engineered to target the Ravagers' bioorganic ships. The Alliance had dismissed biological warfare as too unpredictable, too dangerous. Humans, with their long history of studying disease and developing countermeasures, saw it differently. "Ravager ships are moving to intercept," reported Rodriguez. "They're consuming the probes, just as predicted." The chamber watched in tense silence as the massive enemy fleet engulfed the tiny probes. For several minutes, nothing seemed to happen. Then, multiple Ravager ships showing signs of distress called out the sensor officer. "Their organic components are breaking down at a cellular level." The massive bioships began to convulse, their organic technology being devoured from within by Earth bacteria that had evolved over millions of years to break down organic matter. The Alliance's precision energy weapons had failed, but Earth's decomposers were turning the mighty Ravager fleet into compost. "Now Phase 2, Chen ordered. The Alliance fleet surged forward, their weapons finally effective against the weakened enemy ships. Within hours, the battle that had seemed impossible to win was over. Back in the council chamber, Elder Key 3 addressed the assembled representatives, including the newly arrived human delegates. In just one battle, using methods we would never have conceived of, humanity helped us achieve what we thought impossible. The Ravager threat is ended. She turned to Captain Chen. How did you know it would work? Chen shrugged, a very human gesture. We didn't. But throughout our history, humans have faced problems that seemed unbeatable. We survived ice ages, plagues, and near-extinction events. We learned that sometimes the craziest solutions are the best ones. When conventional weapons fail, try bacteria. When force doesn't work, try thinking differently. Dr. Diev stepped forward. This is why we need humanity in the Alliance. Not despite their unconventional thinking, but because of it. They see possibilities where we see only problems. Elder Keith nodded. Captain Chen, I hereby formally invite Earth to join the Unified Species Alliance. We have much to learn from each other. Chen smiled. We'd accept, though I should warn you. We have a lot more crazy ideas to share. The chamber filled with laughter, tinged with just a hint of nervous anticipation. The galaxy would never be quite the same now that humanity had joined the cosmic community. But perhaps that was exactly what it needed. And in the vastness of space, on countless worlds, beings of all species would tell their children the story of when the battle seemed lost. So they called in the humans. Asterisk word count. 1024 asterisk.